So I start by applying my foundation primer, and I use MAC Prep and Prime, the one with the SPF 50. I really like this primer a lot. And I especially love it just because it's, you know, a 2-for-1 since it has the SPF in it. I use a lot. You see that big old blob? Just because I have my melasma on my forehead, and you can kind of see the brown patches up there. And this is very weird to be doing this. So I apply this stuff everywhere, especially on my forehead. I want that to be completely covered. That's where my melasma is the worst. It's not that bad right now, but I'm sure you can see the brown spots since I'm not wearing any makeup right now. So now that my foundation primer has set, I also put on another foundation primer, kind of. This is the Mally Beauty Perfect Prep Poreless Primer, and it's kind of like a whipped primer. I just put a little bit on my finger, and this stuff is just like a miracle for me, especially my eye area right there, and I'll put it on my nose too. But it just, even though I really don't have any crow's feet, it just fills any pores that I have, and those fine lines. It just really makes my the rest of my foundation go on perfectly. Next, I use my Smashbox Photo Op, and I got this from Makeup Alley, a Makeup Alley swap, and I really like it. I'm looking at a mirror down here, so I don't know if this is. So I kind of do that triangle thing, and it's kind of, this is just a highlighter, and there it is. And now I will start applying my concealer. My concealer of choice lately has actually been a drugstore concealer. You've probably seen some other makeup gurus talk about this. Not that I'm a guru, but that Maybelline Dream Mousse concealer, and I wear the color Cream, which is light 4 to 5. Okay. I'm in the NC30 range. This would probably be a perfect match. This is like a little bit orange to me, but it actually goes on kind of a perfect match, and it doesn't oxidize, so it's perfect. I like this a lot. And I use a fluffy brush, probably like the MAC 224. I don't have one of those, so, but I just use this concealer wherever I have any redness or under eye circles. And it doesn't put a lot on there because this is like a mousse consistency, but it does get enough on those bristles that it actually does conceal very well. So probably need the most help up here where I'm having my melasma. And it's so funny because I used to never actually have my melasma on my forehead until after having my girls. It used to be isolated to just above my lips, and now it's not even as bad there anymore. It's kind of worse in other places. Sorry, I put too much on here. I'm gonna blend it out in some of the other places where I'm having redness. And today I'm actually going to use a mineral powder foundation. I know I talked about using my NARS Sheer Glow, which I will do a foundation routine of that too, but I've been doing this routine so much since it's summer, and I sweat so much, and there's so much humidity here. This is just like my favorite routine. So alright, so I put a little bit too much there, and I'm just blending it out. Alright, so that's kind of just my concealer applied. Okay, so now I put on my base, and I use Everyday Minerals, and the color I use is medium beige neutral, and I use the semi-matte formula. I also have used the intensive, but this is not like a high coverage, you know, foundation. This kind of just sets my face and evens out the skin tone. So I tap like that much into my lid. Then I use the Everyday Minerals flat handle kabuki. The powder is like $12. I think this is around $10. You know, I swirl it in there. I don't do any of the tapping, but I basically I don't really want to disturb any of the concealer that I put down, so I just am, and again, just like a little bit. And I like this mineral foundation. It doesn't have the bismuth oxychloride, which, sorry, I have something in my eye, which, oh my goodness, that stuff makes my skin itch. And the mica content in this doesn't seem to be so much that it leaves you with any type of shine. Like I said, it just sort of evens out my skin. And then I take my Sephora 55 brush, and this may seem weird, but this kind of just buffs everything in. And I don't put a lot of pressure. And I actually do this step kind of a couple times. Then again, another powder, because I get so hot and sweaty. I normally use the Mally, but I don't have it in my little bag that I brought down, but I can use this one too. This is the Makeup Forever, the Duo Matte. I have no idea what color this is, and it's actually a little bit too light. But this is a really good face powder if you like a matte look. So I basically just, you know, dip the sponge that came with it in there, one dip, and this is just really for my T-zone. And now I will put on my blush. Of course, no surprise, it is the beloved NARS Deep Throat, and I'm using my MAC 131. And so, you know, I can swirl a lot in there and it's not gonna like over apply it onto the brush. Somehow this 131 just makes it much easier for me to use those NARS blushes. Because I do like a little bit of a highlight, I've been using the NARS Orgasm over top of that, just because it has a little bit more of those, you know, sparkly flecks of glitter in it. So, now comes the infamous Lisa D1 MAC Fix Plus and the hairdryer step. So, I would do this. And that feels so good. Reaching to get my hairdryer, sorry. And I apologize for the noise. Okay. And this will probably seem crazy, but I really do this. That Makeup Forever HD powder, flip it upside down one time. Oh, my MAC, what is it, my 188? Just dip it in there. It kind of, this just helps and for some reason this just makes my pores disappear, and it just helps set the powder. Then I have one of those sponges from CVS that I ripped apart, and I dip it in here, and I just do this on my nose. Just sets it. And I'm done with my foundation. Thanks for watching. Bye.